Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. It's Sharine and we're here to do some cooking for Vava Vegan. Today, and this whole weekend, I've got a big list of things I am cooking for my clients. One of them is this Asian slaw. So Asian slaw, obviously we're gonna have some flavors from the East, from the Orient. We're gonna start with cabbage. I don't really have a set recipe on how much cabbage. I just make enough to fit into this big bowl. So as you can see, I already cut the green cabbage, which was about 3/4 of a pretty big cabbage, maybe 2/3. And then I have a little bit of the red already in there too, because I just started prepping, so you don't have to watch me chop for 20 minutes. Anyway, so we'll chop the red cabbage, and my clients were thoroughly impressed with the way I sliced the cabbage. Meanwhile, we've got lots of other stuff yummies going into the slaw. For example, I chopped some red apple, and I think it was a delicious apple. And I've got some slivered almonds, and I've got a variety of carrots already shredded. Once again, so you don't have to watch me because you know how to do this stuff. So I did also chop some green onions to add to the slaw once it's all packaged up for the porters. I don't know if any of you have been watching any of the previous shows, but you might be able to notice I invested in a nice chopping knife, because the one that Ron and I had was about, I don't know, 40 years old, and its wood handle was starting to split right around where there were the things that hold it together. That didn't seem very good, so I shopped around and I found this one. Okay, look at that, super pretty. I love cabbage. It's sweet. It has a super cool sweetness to it. All right, so I'm just gonna move this out of the way. And you can watch as I add the different ingredients. So let's go ahead and start with the carrots. Like I said, I have a variety of carrots, purple, yellow, and orange. So we'll put that in. That's about 4 medium carrots. Get all the goodness in there. And then the apples, I chopped them in advance and I put a little bit of lemon juice on them so they stay nice and perky looking. And the green onions, which I like to slice lengthwise down the stalks, right? Like this. This is the one I didn't use. Like this, so that when I chop them on an angle, they look real pretty. And they open up. See how they're not just solid. They open up and they curl. It's real pretty. All right, and the last main ingredient is the slivered almonds. I found these at the local grocery outlet, and I'm super happy because it says they're non-GMO. And I like to cook with things that do not have non-natural ingredients in them. Organic whenever I can find it, and when I can't, then I choose non-GMO labels or pesticide-free, herbicide-free. I'm gonna keep that garbage out of our food. All right, and this is the dressing. So the dressing consists of, and I made it extra because there's a lot more cabbage than what this recipe called for. Like I said, I'm making more. So I've got about a half a cup of a vegan mayonnaise in here. I added a little bit of vegan sour cream. Trader Joe's has one now, so that's cool. But any brand will be fine. Just to add a little bit more tanginess, there is rice vinegar in here, about a tablespoon of rice vinegar. I added some minced garlic, approximately 3 cloves of minced garlic. There is about a half a teaspoon, 3/4 of a teaspoon of sesame oil. You do not need a lot of sesame oil. It is very fragrant when it's a new fresh bottle. And what else is in here? About a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You could use wasabi, but I would be careful to test the wasabi first and make sure that it's to your heat liking. I do like hot things, but I decided to go with the Dijon. And what else is in here? Oh, the last thing, two things, is about a tablespoon of Bragg's amino acids. That's so I don't have to add any salt, but it gives it high sodium soy sauce. So Bragg's is non-GMO soybeans. It's the salt basically liquefied from those beans. Okay, so this is all creamy, and then the last thing that goes in here is a little bit of natural sweetener. I don't add sugar to things for the most part, and so in this case, to keep the dressing a light color, I used a light agave syrup, and that was about a 1/4 of a cup. So we're just going to pour it on. Let's just put it all on. It smells so good. So good. All right, where's my big spoon? Okay, let's mix it up. So cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable. The cruciferous vegetables are loaded with all the goodness that you need to keep yourself from getting things like cancer and other diseases. So antioxidants and special components that your body really likes to keep it in optimal nutrition. This slaw would go really good next to some vegan crab cakes maybe, and it would go really good as a side to, what else? Your other favorite Asian inspired entrees. So there it is, it's coming together. And you see just that little bit of sesame oil makes it super shiny. I like the crunch. I love the crunch. So if you love crunch, this is a good, this is a good chop for those of you who love it. Okay, we're almost incorporated here. I mean, the salad slaw is almost incorporated. You can see everything's folding around, those squarish chunks of apple. So you'll get the creamy dressing, the crunch from the cabbage and the apples. Look at that piece, is way too big. Bye. And the nuts will provide a different type of crunch, and there's not a lot of them in here, so there's healthy fats in here. There's a little bit of maybe not so healthy fats, but it's not a lot once you consider how much coleslaw this is. Look at that. My clients are going to be so happy to get like 5 cups of coleslaw each. And there it is. Beautiful. I think it smells amazing. It looks so appetizing. And pull it up. Let's see it. Shake it around. Higher, higher, higher. Don't follow. I love this. Ron's giving me fun directions. You see that? Don't you want to just eat right now? Yes. Okay, that's it. I got to get some other stuff cooking in the kitchen. I got to light the oven tonight for a smoky southern style meaty loaf. And when we get weather like this, it is pouring rain outside finally all weekend, and when you have weather like that, you want to have comfort food, and vegan comfort food is absolutely amazing when it is made right the way I make it. So that's it. So ask me any questions that you have about the food in the comments, and we will be back another time with another episode and something else yummy for you to have. Oh, and you can check out my blog on Substack too. It's basically just Vava Vegan. You can go to Substack and search Vava Vegan, and my vegan blog will be there. There's a couple of recipes for free subscribers, and then there's an option for a $7 a month paid subscription where you get more recipes and a lot more of the nutritional information that goes into why we have a plant-based diet and why we cook for other people and help other people learn how to do this for themselves. Also, let me know if you're interested in cooking classes and tutorials on how to make the food that you want to eat in a plant-based form. I've got the know-how and the skills to help you get through, so just let me know about that.
Yeah, we're still making stuff up.